I accepted to join the team, and I don't call them a team anymore. It's family. We actually started bonding on day one. So anyway, I'll give you back the microphone because I'll be talking for hours here. This is Leon for you. This is really Leon. You'll see in the film. This is Leon.
Wow, wow, wow. That's lovely. That's some downloaded Easter right there.
Yeah.
And you, first of all, you kept saying, "Oh, you." That's why you got the role, because you do not look your age. And two, the accent. You want to get rid of the accent? No, 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 monsieur, don't do that.
But why
The
not? You
accent
you
is
like the accent, huh?
beautiful. What? It's attractive. I
But
think that gives you some
when you're
extras. You know what I'm saying?
a kid, though, kids can be mean.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
kept picking on me, making fun of me, and saying things I couldn't understand. I would just smile, and everybody in the class would just burst out laughing. Now I know what they said, and I cannot repeat that. And I was just standing there, just smiling, and they were just mocking me, and it was so embarrassing. But you know what? It
Children.
just
But
Bill
but
said,
now we're an adults, so we're gonna be keeping that accent because it's working, and it's going to keep working because some people are paying to be able to speak French, and you want to lose the accent? No, don't do that.
I don't want to lose the language. It's the accent. So when I speak, I mean, my first name is a dead giveaway because it's my real name. And I don't know many Anglophones that are named Sylvain. And when people forget my name, I just tell them, just think of that song. He's so vain. Probably think this song is.
Oh, you. Yes.
This is how
So
people remember my name. But I must admit, Leon is much easier to share and remember.
Oh goodness. Yeah, so Anya says, yeah, the accent is working. Keep it, definitely.
Thanks, Emily. Thank
Debbie
you.
Wright is laughing. A family. Yes, yes, yes. Keep the comments going, guys. And it's definitely lovely to get to know you guys. And of course, Kosa, you said something that you just stumbled on the role. What do you mean by you stumbled on the role, please?
So it's one hell of a story. So basically, I was at a networking event, and I was sitting at the back. No one was talking to me, and the event was on. It was a Nollywood event during Toronto International Film Festival,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
there were a lot of Nollywood stars there, obviously, because Nollywood stars always come to TIFF. And yeah, I was just sitting at the back, and Patricia comes up to me after the event. I was just sitting by my side. She's like, "Are you an actor?" I'm like, "Yes." She's like, "I'm writing a script right now, and you look exactly like the guy that I'm imagining in my head." I'm like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, reach out to me." Like, she's like, "Oh, come to an event in October. I'm hosting this," and I couldn't come because I overslept, and I text, and we didn't talk for a while, and then like in June, I texted her again, like, "Hey, like, how about that script you're writing?" And she was like, "Wow, like, I literally just finished the script like 2 days, 3 days ago, and I want you to audition." So I auditioned for it, and it was a very, very difficult audition. There's a scene in the film where the life coach Gary is having a panic attack and like hyperventilating and stuff. That was the scene they made me audition for. Like it was intense, and obviously during an audition, you don't want to like do it too much, right? You don't want to like obviously you should, but like I didn't want to like go too extra because it's just an audition. But then they made me push myself. I was hyperventilating in person, like I was going nuts, and they're like, "Yes, that is what we want." And from then on, I got
Wow. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So, how has the journey been like, from the beginning of the project, till the end filming? How was it? Like you just mentioned, Sylvain, you mentioned how it's no longer just colleagues, but everybody's like a family right now. So how was the journey how was it on the set? How was it just, being with these people for maybe weeks, months? How was it?
The
2 weeks.
It was a very intense crunch filming time, like Kosa just said. 2 weeks, beginning to end, for the film. Every day except one day off in the middle. That's the one day off everybody had, and they really needed because they've worked so hard. Yeah, no, the day we met was actually, if I remember correctly, it was Patricia's birthday, which was 1 week to the day to my birthday, because we celebrated my birthday on set, and I brought the cake, and I said, let's celebrate Patricia. And that's the day that we had the wardrobe fittings, that we got to meet everybody at the studio, and they paired us on stage to read some of our lines, just to see the interaction. And every production, I'm sure Kosa can attest to this, every time you get on day one of meeting everybody, you're a little bit more reserved. You're just kind of a little bit shy, and I don't think there should be more shy than Kosa. He's a shy guy.
I
He
am.
is. Yeah, you see him on stage, doesn't look it, but trust me, he is. And you get on set, you meet people, and everybody's kind of shy, reserved. And for us on day one, after we stepped on that stage, we ran a few lines, and then the laughs would start, and the bonding started that day, and it was just like I couldn't wait to get on set. Then the heavy filming schedule started. Their long, hard, demanding day, but it's just the passion and the camaraderie, and everybody's helping out. Like everybody, I'll speak for myself, but the bonding that we had with the cast and the crew on set was just formed from the very, very beginning. And since then, I mean, we have our private chat groups and stuff, and we do meetings. We send each other notes, especially of encouragement. Following Kosa when they went to Oso Dominica, it was just like we're all watching on pins and needles. It was so exciting, and yeah, it's just I think it's very genuine, and it's rare you get to experience that. I mean, having been on big Netflix and Hulu, Amazon Prime productions where there's hundreds of people, even when you're on set for several days, Nightmare Alley with Bradley Cooper and Kate Blanchett, I was on there for 18 days, 18 days. And you just don't bond as much, even as the background group. You're always with the same.
Yeah.
But the chemistry that this group had, you could tell that everybody was there for one reason, and it was passion. Not the money, not the fame. It was passion, and you can see when you watch the film, it
Yeah.
completely translate onto that screen.
Wow. I agree with that completely, Sylvain. Like it was a journey of passion. Like obviously because we shot over 2 weeks, 13 days to be exact. Like it was long hours, but it didn't feel like long hours because we were surrounded by people that were good people that cared about the craft and that really wanted to make this project a success. So it was a great 13 days.
There's a lot of challenges. I mean, there's different locations around, in and around Toronto. It was not all filmed in the same place, and the rental, the properties, and there's the scene where in the backyard in the pool, and it was a beautiful place. And that I showed up early because to me, if you arrive on time, you're late, so you got to be early. And I arrived early, but they were filming the restaurant scene in the city, and I was waiting there. I'm like, they didn't give me the wrong time to report. I mean, it took them a while, and they had to move everything. They had a lot of issues during the filming, but they totally worked through it. And set mama which is Deborah was she was our set mama. She's remaining our set mama. And you chat with them and you hear all the challenges that was thrown their way, all the curves, and they still manage with such a tight timeline and budget. It just blows my mind the result of that. I mean, it's way better than. Not that I had low expectations. I had high expectations, but this just. I saw it for the first time at the world premiere in September at Hotel X, and I was just like goosebumps the whole time. I was like, "Oh my god!" I got teary-eyed, and just
Oh
the
wow.
French passion and emotions were coming out. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Kosa. Okay, so Gary, give us a little tip here. Sorry. Sylvain, give us a little tip here that you're a little reserved, shy. So how was it when you had to meet the rest of the team, and you had to you are like the face of the film. So how do you separate the actor being the main actor and your personal self being someone who's a bit on the reserve side?
Yeah. So I would say I just being reserved. It's more. It takes a while for me to warm up to people. Not that I'm exactly reserved, but then once I warm up, I'm ready to go. And I think it's same thing on camera or on stage. Like every time when I first get on camera, I'm like panicking inside for a long time. But once it starts, once I warm up, I'm ready to go. So that's really how it is with like even with the film. Like
Mm-hmm.
with the film, the first day, I was a bit shy. Like I didn't know what to do. I was thinking, I hope they like me. I hope I'm not gonna get fired. I hope I'm not gonna get sent back. I hope Patricia is happy with her choice. It ended up being great once I warmed up to everyone. And I think the first couple of scenes were the scenes in the office.
Mm-hmm.
So the first 2 days were all the office scenes, and it was just you could tell it just every it was we were warm from the start. So
And I
yeah,
almost just blurted out one of the big highlights of the film's like, oops, okay, I can't. They haven't seen it yet. Oops. I got to be careful now. Leon talks too
Yeah,
much, I tell you.
you can't give us too much information. If
Mm.
not, we're gonna strike you. Okay, so Kosa, you played Gary Johnson, which
yes,
went through this whole emotions. Let's put it like that. And of course, the film itself really centered towards a lot of mental health. Playing that role, even though was it last week we were able to speak to Annie Ugo and Sohas Osman, and we really spoke about the emotions that she felt shooting the film. So with you now, is there any experience emotionally, personally that you got playing that role,
yeah.
Gary Johnson?
So I think mental health has always been really important to me. The first film I ever shot, was a short film about mental health. So I just felt I gravitated a lot towards Gary. Uh, I feel like if everyone ever has a character that's going through a mental health breakdown or that is going to suffer, I'm the actor to get because it seems like I'm always suffering in all my roles. But it was nice to play a role that, although he was suffering, like there was also duality to him because outside of the mental health issues and the struggles, outwardly he was a celebrity life coach who everyone loved, who was passionate, who was charismatic. So it was nice to have to play. It was nice to have the meal there written by Patricia for me to play the duality of that man. But back to your question around mental health, I feel like mental health is obviously so important. A lot of people tend to ignore it or push it to the side because mental health is not physical health, and physical health manifests in a way that your body cannot function and your body doesn't feel normal.
Mm-hmm.
And mental health, you can be struggling and not really, and you can still do things because it's on the mind. But I hope people are able to get a lot from this film and learn that there's no stigma around struggling with mental health, and we need to do what we can to make sure that we are mentally healthy.
Elsie.
Even even from Dominica, there was someone who watched the film, an older guy, and he said that all his life he's never really thought about mental health as a man, and he's going to get a therapist just from watching the film. So I feel like people are going to be moved and people are going to really enjoy the film.
No, they'll probably be touched too because what happens is a lot of people have a mask, that happy smile, but behind that smile, there's the deep issues. And deep down, when you look back, I mean, through all my years of experience, most people, when you do open up, you get close to people, you realize everybody's had something that they must deal with or have had to deal with, and a lot just push it back down. They want to ignore it and stuff. And the thing is that actually is not good for your health, for your mental health, but your physical health either, because it's the stress and all this that you're blocking it. You're not dealing with it, but it's doing its thing inside of you. Until you deal with it, then you can't be free of what's holding. It's a ball and chain, really and truly. So this is where I think a lot of the audience have, like Kosa was saying, they watch the film and all of a sudden they see something in the film that just kind of, the light goes on, like it's a spark just went off, and they relate to whatever they're seeing, the message that either you're the caregiver, or you're the one receiving the care or the help, or the hiding something. The relatability of this film is just, I think it's going to be a runaway success just because of that, because it's real life. It's what every single human being gets faced with and deals with or avoids or suppress in their life. And it's not an exception. I think it's very general.
Yes, I agree. And outside of the overarching mental health, there's also a love triangle. Uh, People are
Don't
going
give it
to.
away. No.
Don't worry, I'm not going to give away the exact details, but there's a love triangle. And people are going to root for someone or root against someone or pick a side or dislike Gary Johnson. So we'll see what happens when people watch the film.
Mea
Oh,
culpa. Oops.
also preparing the audience, not to hate the character, hate the game kind of thing, right?
I am pretty sure, I'm pretty sure. I remember when we watched it at the New York Diaspora Film Festival. There was a Q&A after, and the moderator was going at me. She was going at me because of, obviously I played Gary, but I wasn't Gary. But she was so upset at me and asked me so many questions. Do you think Gary was right? How do you treat women in your life? And
See, like I
I,
said, it does trigger people.
I, I basically thought, homegirl, I'm just an actor. I'm not Gary, okay? Don't hate me, please.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
And
And
since
I
then, he's had to have bodyguards.
yeah, after definitely you need to be mindful. People start viewing you as the character, and I think it happens, especially when you tend to play those roles often in different films. People just assume that's who you are, but it's just the character. But
Yeah.
Sylvain, I have a question. Since you played Leon, Leon is was like the PA, I believe, to Gary, right?
Yeah,
I'm best
his assistant.
friend.
Yeah,
I'm best friend.
my buddy and everything is it's a personal and professional close
Professional
relationship in the
relationship.
film we have. Yeah.
So, you know, taking that position in the film and the character, or taking out that character, what about in real life? Do you feel that, you are a friend, a spouse, a father, someone that people tend to, rely on or depend on when it comes to the emotional state?
Yes, and I say that with a funny face. I am, but I'm very defensive because I find, because of the age, also like life experience through family, through friends, through work, through all these things. Is I remember when I was younger, in my 20s and 30s. I don't want to say I was gullible, but I trusted everybody, and I have a big heart. I give until you realize you start being taken advantage of, and all of a sudden the walls go up. And but anybody that manages to come through that door inside the wall, I am caring. I will look more after them than I would myself, because I have that giving nature, the way I was, brought up. But it's just inside that wall. And Gary Johnson was inside that wall, and you'll see why in the film.
Reason you guys need to go watch the film. You guys need to watch it. It's coming out this Friday, the 28th, at selected cinemas around different cities in Ontario. So go to the cinemas or check out the flyers, and you will
Cinema.
see. Mhm. And you will see the ones close to you, so that you can go and watch. And of course, don't
Yes.
forget, if you need a shirt, a beautiful shirt, Make sure you purchase more than 2 tickets. Send me a DM, and I would make sure you get this shirt. You got that?
Yes.
And if you're
Man,
watching in the comment section, click that share button right now. We need you to click that share button right
and the
now.
bonus for coming to the Friday premiere, you'll meet the cast and the crew they're going to be there for both presentation, not just the first one. So when people arrive for the second one, they'll get to meet the cast and the crew. So that's
It's
not every time you get to meet them. So especially once you've seen the film, you come back out and here we are again. They're like, oh, now I know what you did or what you didn't
Yeah.
do.
and start asking
And
all
Yeah.
that's
those
where Kosa is
questions.
going to be running away. No, I'm kidding.
I start hating on Gary Johnson.
Oh goodness. But you know what? The movie or the film itself has gotten so much awards and recognition all around the globe. And, it's such a big wave right now with the life coach. And I believe, Gary, you also went with Patricia to
Kosa.
Dominica, right?
He's Gary.
Kosa.
Oh my gosh. Gary is in my
See,
head.
that's good. That's good. If you do something, Kosa, you say it's not me, it was Gary. There you go. You're good.
Very good.
I'm sorry, Kosa. I'm sorry. My bad. Kosa, you went with Patricia to Dominica, right? For the premiere. So, how was the experience?
Oh, see, okay, first of all, I was corrected. It's not Dominica, it's Dominica.
Oh,
So it's
Dominica?
Dominica. So it's like you're saying Dominique and then
Mhm.
Dominica.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
So the DR
Right? They
is
speak
Dominican.
French over there too, right?
No, they speak English there.
Yeah.
No, but there is some French spoken there.
French Creole. So their patois is French,
Yep.
Mhm.
and then their language is English.
English,
But
yeah.
like, yeah, it was a great time. Obviously, the people in Dominica are so hospitable. They're so nice. It was a packed crowd, and they really enjoyed it. They made me feel welcome. So it was a great time.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Dominica. Yeah?
Got it. Dominica.
Trying to get it.
I'm basically the ambassador of Dominica now.
Okay, listen, they might call you back. You know what I'm
Honestly,
saying?
any film I have in the future, I would try and attend something in Dominica because they were so good to me there
um,
and over the weekend. Yeah,
that's beautiful. Yeah. So you have to keep that relationship
I
open and
will.
going, right?
I will.
And then who knows? Maybe you need to work on that ambassadorship. Hey,
Maybe.
you never know.
Maybe. We gotta get something going on, you know.
You never know. Sylvain, you were on CP24 recently, I believe,
Hmm.
right, with Patricia. So how was the
Yesterday morning.
experience? Talk about early in the morning. Is it okay? I think you were in CP24 and then you were on Breakfast Television, right? Or is it just CP24?
No, I just did CP24 yesterday morning. And it was
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Kosa that did CP20,
Um,
BT, Breakfast Television.
Breakfast Television. Okay. So how was the experience having to speak about the film? How was that?
It was great. It was the first TV interview that I got to do for this film. And they were very hospitable, very welcoming when we arrived and went up there. And of course, we want to take photos because I'm big on BTS, always promote. That was interesting just to sit there and the show was running live and they were in another studio with the hosts were there. And then Yijun,
Egypt.
right? I just wasn't sure if I didn't want to mess up her name, but she was there and she had her earpiece and she was saying, okay, in so many seconds. So I'm looking around, it's kind of like, oh, this kind of, she got her teleprompter and all of a sudden it's like, oh, a few seconds. Then I wanted to ask her something just before we went on. I was like, oh, okay, we're on. Just right. It was a fun experience and it was just, and the thing is it happens so fast. I mean, it took me over an hour to drive to get there. And in no time, it's like, wait, we're done already? Can
Yeah.
we do another segment?
Yeah.
No?
With another film? Yes.
Yeah, for the sequel. Oh,
Patricia, you're listening. Oh wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So you guys are excited for the film coming out in the Cineplex, or how excited are you just knowing that you're going to be in the big screens? I know Sylvain, you're used to that. That one is nothing new. But
Every time you don't get over that. It's just, especially the close-ups. Then you see the flaws, and they try to hide it, and it stood out. That's all I could see. So I'm like, that's okay.
you are the only one seeing the flaws. Everybody
You're not
else
the only
sees
one. You look
this.
great. You look
You know
great,
what I'm
buddy.
saying?
That's what it
What are
is
you
being a
talking about?
Virgo. Being a
You
Virgo,
look,
you're very critical,
you look great,
Yes,
perfectionist.
buddy.
I understand. I can relate. I can relate. But also from the viewer's perspective, they don't see what we see. We're
Yeah,
just
you look
our
great.
own worst critic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A day,
So,
a day.
yeah,
Sorry, I have to go at 7:45 if you don't mind.
no problem. We're about to round off. It's
Okay.
okay. We
Okay.
have enough time. But yeah, so like I was saying, how excited are you just, having to see your face in the screens in your city with family and friends? How is that? Like, how is the energy? How are you building it up? How excited are you with that? Kosa.
I'm so excited. Honestly, obviously the Caribbean Tales premiere at the film festival back in September was well attended and it was fun. But just being in theaters, it's a dream come true. I always wanted to be in the movies growing up, and actually being in the movies in my country, my adopted country, Canada. I just feel so blessed, and I'm so grateful for this. And first of many more. And I hope Patricia and the life coach has a lot of success. Obviously, the life coach's success is my success as well. But
Yeah,
I really pray that there's a lot of success that comes from this, especially not just her, everyone that worked on it:
yeah.
Sylvain,
Hmm.
Maria, Annie, Deborah, Linda, everyone else. Like I can't list everyone else, but I just hope there's a lot of success and blessings that come from this film.
Amen. Yes, yes, yes. We have Black
Sure.
Okenzo say congrats, cheers. We have Marshall say congrats on the awards and the film at the Cineplex. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, everyone. So, what are your last words? Would you like to give your fans? Your
My
fans.
fans, my friends. They're
Your
not fans, they're
um,
friends.
your
Friends.
fans,
But
family, friends.
Sylvain, you go first.
Yeah.
Last words. Wow. How much time do you have? No, I'm kidding. Kosa's got to go soon. um, I hope the film resonates with the audience and that they take the messages that come across.
Mhm.
And if this film helps somebody that's been hiding something deep inside for a long time, finally gives them the courage to reach out for help,
Mm.
even if it's one person. I mean, to me, that will be the big success of the film. Like if it helps people, and also it may help people help other people.
Mm.
So that's what they should take away from this film. And you know what? That we're normal people and stuff. And I look forward to meeting people at the premiere. I'm very excited in Toronto. I have friends, and
Yeah.
my family's in Montreal, and I've been talking with Patricia, and there's some legwork happening to hopefully
Take it over.
bring
Montreal,
bring it to my
Montreal.
family. So, and I have a big extended family. So my father came from a family of 13 siblings, and each of them had a minimum of 4 kids each. It's the old Quebec traditional families. So the cousins have kids, and their kids have kids. I know I can fill a theater with just my relatives for one night.
Yeah.
That I know. I mean, they're. I hope they're not tired of hearing about me because I keep posting on my social media and stories and stuff, and I have to update my website because my website has all my films and stuff. So I have to put the trailer on the center page of my website because IMDb is good at giving us showing our credits, but I wanted to do more, so I learned to build a website coding, and it's a very plain, boring website, but at least you get posters, but the links, the films, the trailers, they're all there, and I'm putting the trailer for the life coach is going to be center. So hopefully I have time.
No.
Maybe not before the premiere, but very soon.
Yeah.
The trailer is on there. It's on the film and TV tab. But I wanted when on the landing page of the website, it's just smack there in center, and it's going to be Kosa's face all over my website.
The life
I
coach.
can't wait.
Yes. What about you, Kosa?
Well, I guess I just gotta tell everyone to keep sailing always. KSA. Keep going. Never give up. and also support Canadian cinema.
Mm.
Support Canadian cinema. I love to go to the movies. I try to go every Tuesday. I didn't go yesterday because obviously I just got back from Dominica. But if there's ever a Canadian movie screening at your theater, support Canadian cinema.
Yeah.
We're all we
Wow.
got. We're all we got. So
That's it.
yeah,
Miss Teen Africa says congratulations. KSA from Debbie. I guess you guys understand what all that means.
yeah.
Keep saying always.
Keep sailing always. Hashtag keep sailing always. Okay, so I want to say thank you to you both for your time, for letting us come in to your circle just a little bit. And we can't wait to see you in the big screens on Friday, the 28th of this month.
Yeah.
You guys, it's just 3 days away.
Yes.
Well, 2 days away, literally, in the evening. And don't forget to get your shirts, buy the tickets, send the DM. The shirt, the quality is great. It looks beautiful. And why not? Like, why not?
Why not?
Thank you. Thank you guys for coming on board. Thank you. Enjoy.
Bye.
See you guys
See you soon, Kosa.
Bye, Sylvain. Bye, Ade.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Let me see if Miss Tina, I think.
Okay, now that he's gone. No, I'm kidding.
Let's just start.
He's a generally great guy. Really and truly. Just not saying that because he's not there, but he's. Oh no, he's still there. Dupe.
No, he's not there. That's Miss Teen. Miss Teen.
Okay.
Hello.
Hi, my friend.
Who's that? I'm sorry.
Miss Folu.
Oh, Miss Folu, how are you? Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you, darling. Thank you.
I wanted to say, guys, I have personally worked with Sylvain, and he's actually in 2 films coming to the big screens. So after the life coach, there's another one coming right up. So Sylvain, I'm gonna send you a message. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for everyone in the life coach. It's a great movie coming out. And you know what? Like the other gentleman said, cinemas made here, we need to see them in our cinema, Cineplex, everywhere. So kindly support, and let the Canadians be on the big screens. Yay!
It's very, very important, especially nowadays. We know what's happening close to us, to support our local employers, our local companies, the productions, the rental companies for the equipment, the actors, the locations, the catering. Like, just a little independent production spends a lot of money and it employs people. So to me, it's even more important now to encourage anything and anyone that's producing for Canada, for Canadians, because you know what? It goes around. Because if people encourage your work, then you'll be able to spend your money and encourage theirs. And it's just, we have to be more proud of us Canadians and encourage each other, not rely on others. And the others, they can get, the extra whipped cream on top, but we're getting the cake. We're making the cake and we'll eat the cake.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you for supporting us. Thank you. It means a lot.
Thank you, Miss Folu, for coming on.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
You heard it. Go to the cinemas. Go. In 2 days, the life coach. In 2 days, the life coach. Yay!
Thanks, Miss Folu. And I'll wait for your message. I'm excited about the other film too. I won't say anything yet.
Come on. Yeah,
wow.
So
that's it.
The more reason why you guys need to follow Miss Folu, follow her, Miss Teen Africa Canada, follow Sylvain, so that you know the next projects that are also coming up, so that we'll support ourselves here in Canada. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, Anya says, love you, Folu. Strategist extraordinaire. Okay.
I love you, Annie. See you soon. What's the dress code? Nice. What do you guys want people to wear? What do you want us to wear when we're coming to the life coach? Is there a dress code? Do you want us to come in glitz and glamour? Let's shut down everywhere.
Come in, be comfortable, be yourselves, be comfortable. I like to dress up. I mean, when you see the film, I almost slipped again. Whoops. I got my new outfit delivered a couple of days ago, and it's just like, over the top, and that's Leon. That's Leon. No, actually, it's me. I like, and the shoes I'll be wearing. I have to say something is you'll see those shoes in the film. They're very sentimental shoes. If you
Nice.
remember in 2019, there was a cruise ship in New Zealand where the guests took a tour to the volcano and erupted. 19 people died. I
Mhm.
was on that ship for
Wow.
about a month and a half. And I was posting a lot. You know, as a new actor, you post a lot because you have to get your name out there, you get people to follow you. So I had already done a 12-day cruise before from Sydney before doing this one. And when the volcano occurred, I was just close to the ship. I was just doing a morning walk up and down a little mountain close by. And I just bought a new iPhone in Sydney on the turnaround day. And as I was coming down, there was plumes of smoke way out in the Pacific Ocean. And I was thinking, wow, they're smart. They're putting their polluting industries out there. It was actually the volcano. A local told me I was filming. The volcano was erupting. I was like, oh, wow, that's cool. Not knowing that there were guests and crew from the ship. So when I came back, anyway, it hit the news. And within an hour, I got an email from one of the directors of a film I was in. CBC and CTV, when something happens, the media, they have their research folks looking around. Are there Canadians that we know? And then they stumbled upon my Instagram, and right away they're saying, please get them to get in touch with us. So within a couple hours, I was on the national news and then CTV News Network for 24 hours. They interviewed me. But once your name gets in there, I had media. I was on the evening news in London, newspapers all over the world in Arabic and Chinese in the US, like everywhere. I did 20 some interviews, and it was just like, it was unbelievable. It was just the power of social media. And yeah, no, so one of the points on this is we were stopping in Wellington, New Zealand, and people had told me, you got to buy yourself a pair of shoes because one day you're going to be on a red carpet. They're handmade. I was like, okay, sure, I'll go check them out. And you'll see those shoes on my feet Friday night and in the film. So those shoes remind me of that trip in New Zealand where 19 people ended up losing their lives, sadly. So it has a special sentimental, and I only wear those shoes on sets, certain sets, not many of them, because they're special. I'm not promoting the brand or anything. I have no paid endorsement, none of that, but they really stand out. You can't wear that every day. You'll see them at the premiere on Friday nights.
Oh, come, you guys, come support. Come check out the shoes. You know,
The film. Yeah, yeah,
come check out the film. I mean, you know. But yes,
yeah.
definitely. Thank you so much for your time. It's great
Thank,
getting to know you a little bit
thank you,
more.
Ade. Really
Yes,
appreciate it. Really
and see you
appreciate it.
soon. Bye, Miss
And people,
Volume, if you're still there.
come and see us Friday. Say hello and let me know you watched this and say, "Oh, I heard the story about the shoes."
Yep,
Right?
that's for sure.